Now, about 3 weeks ago on the channel, I did a video and it was a mod video regarding the F1 2003 season, and that video went down so well, and it has actually kind of sparked the recent channel growth, which I'm really thankful for. And a lot of you guys in the comments responded to my request or my question, where I basically said to you guys, do you want to see a career mode with this mod? So by popular demand, we're going to do a mini-series from now until the start of F1 2021. We've got about 3 weeks, give or take, so we're going to do a 10-race season. And the reason it's going to be a 10-race season is because out of all of the tracks in-game, only 10 of them were present still to this current day back in 2003, and those 10 tracks as well have actually had a facelift and have had the sponsors and the visual looks of them updated to 2003 spec. So with that being said, introduction out of the way, if you guys are going to enjoy the video and enjoy the series, leave a like. It massively helps me out, guys. Let's try and smash over 1,000 likes on this. Comment down below the thing you like the most about the mod, and subscribe for more content, because F1 2021 is just around the corner, guys, and best believe I'm going to be dropping that hot content straight off the bat. But anyway, enough rambling, let's jump into it and let's see what we're going to go for. So here we are then in the F1 game menu, and we're going to jump into Grand Prix mode. As we jump into things, we're going to select the F1 2020 tab, and that is going to give us all of the cars. As you can see here, we have the Ferrari on screen, and we're going to run through the options that we have. I'm still a little bit undecided. I'm going to kind of decide this on the fly, but we've got Ferrari, BMW, Williams, McLaren, Mercedes, Renault, BR Honda, Jaguar, Sauber, Petronas, Panasonic, Toyota, Minardi, and Jordan. Now, 3 weeks ago, I've done a video with the Jordan, so we're not going to go with them. I've got a few requests to do a Minardi Road to Glory, which I found tempting. But looking at all the options here, I feel like I want to do it in the McLaren Mercedes. I love this livery, man. This was iconic, and I really want to see what this is like. So I think we're going to do it in the McLaren. We're also going to drive, out of the two options, we're going to go with Kimi Räikkönen because he's still one of the present and active drivers. So yeah, let's go ahead and select the Kimster. What we are going to do is make some adjustments. So I believe back in 2003, Brazil was like the second round, I believe, or the third round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Brazil as round 2. So we're going to basically shift everything back by 1, and that way we're running it pretty close to what it was in real life. So it's going to be 11 rounds actually. So we're going to throw Hungary in there, which wasn't part of the plan. We're going to make sure we get everything updated, so Monza is going to be there as well, and we're going to end off at Japan. Japan will be the finale race, which is more than fine with me. So there we go. Now, one thing I want to stress, I've actually made one little change. I've put traction control on medium and ABS on. Reason for that is because, number one, there's a lot of lockups on this mod. When I done a video 3 weeks ago, it's almost impossible to not lock up, and it's not ideal because it doesn't seem to fully work correctly. So ABS is just going to help me just basically drive normally. I don't ever use ABS, and you know, this mod actually needs it. And in regards to traction control, of course, 2003 the cars did have traction control, so we're going to go ahead and enable that on medium. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into qualifying. Right, here we go. The lights are off, and we're going to send it on this qualifying lap. Let's see what happens. Down towards turn 1. No idea where to brake, but that's not too bad. Easy on the oversteer. Got max power mode enabled here. Down towards turn 3. Currently P1 by the looks of it. Easy does it through 4. Oh yes. Oh no. Oh no. That probably could have gone a little bit better. Not ideal.
The crowd are here, and they're here in numbers for the first race of the season. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. Now, Anthony Davidson, I wonder, might we be in for some early pit stops today from the midfield teams, all trying to put some pressure on or disrupting things for the leaders up front?
If you're in the middle of the pack, you know, you got your own race to run. I don't think they're going to be thinking about causing trouble up front. However, closer to the head of the pack, don't be surprised to see some split strategies. If you're running second and third, for example, bringing one car in for an undercut while leaving the other one out there longer can put a lot of pressure on the leader and maybe force them into an error.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Albon, Sainz, Lando Norris and Leclerc, Ricciardo, Vettel, Ocon and Lance Stroll, Perez, Kvyat, Pierre Gasly and Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Russell, Kevin Magnussen and Nicholas Latifi. Grosjean and Max Verstappen completes the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Okay, so we're going to just jump into things here for the race. It hasn't gone according to plan after qualifying. You would have seen the grid run down, so we're going to be starting from the back. Strategy wise, listen, I don't even know. It's going to be a lottery and I'm looking forward to it. That's the way I like it. So apparently this is medium to hard. Who knows what's going to happen in terms of the actual tyres that we're running. So you know what, let's just get the fuel down and we'll go one extra lap. No rain expected, so let's jump into it and let's send it and hope for a decent recovery. I've also increased the AI to 107 for the race, so let's jump into things here. Well, this is it. The lights are on, and the 2003 season is on the way. Right. Smooth on the start. Very, very nice. We're going to get Verstappen straight off the line, down towards turn 1. Verstappen moves across a little bit in the brake zone. We're going to have to cut the corner a bit. We've got Ferrari off. That's Barrichello. So Rubens Barrichello having a bit of an issue there at turn 1, so he's down to last place. We're going to send it on the brakes here. Big old Longerino up the inside as we're now side by side with Justin Wilson. In the Minardi, we're going to try and go the long way around here at turn 4. Oh yes, perfect. Executed to perfection as we almost run into the back of Mark Webber. Now Wilson's coming back at us here. I'm going to have to take a back step. The AI are a bit aggressive here as we try to make things work. I think Cristiano D'Amata in the Toyota has wing damage, I think. It's hard to tell. I apologise for the names, by the way, guys, if they're a little bit broken up. There are limitations within this game. Not anything wrong with the mod, it's just you can't do nothing about it, unfortunately. F1 2020 has some limiting factors. When it comes to modding, oh my god, that was quite a lot understeer there. I forget, you just can't go as fast with these cars as you can with the current generation F1 cars, but we're flying here up to P13 maybe if we got the inside of Olivier Panis through here. Yes, we're going to get D'Amata as well. Not quite. Had a look, but no way through. Maybe we can get him into turn 1 if I can get the final corner sorted out. We're running a default setup, by the way. I have no idea what a good setup is in these cars, but look at the run here on the Toyota of Cristiano D'Amata. Up the inside we go. Into turn 1. Yes, nice. P12, already flying here. I'm assuming the top 10 score points. It wasn't the point system that they had back then, but I don't think the point system can be modded, so I'm just going to assume it's the top 10. So we're 2 places away from points right now. Antonio Pizzonia is up next in the Jaguar, and he's a bit out of shape, as are we. Let's see if we can line up for an overtake here, and then it'll be Heinz Harold Frentzen after that. We're going to... Oh my god, I almost got squeezed there. I thought about it. Up the inside there. Up the inside again. A little bit wide, but we get the car slow down and make the move stick. So we're now P11. Frentzen next, then Nick Heidfeld. Oh boy, getting the run on Frentzen now. It does seem like, at least at this track, 107 is too easy, so I probably could have done 110 already, just looking at the pace. But to be fair, it kind of helps. We started last, so we'll see how it pans out. Closing in on Frentzen here. into turn 1. We're going to have to just take it easy. He's a bit out of shape through there. We're going to see if we can get the run down towards turn 3. No DRS, of course. Frentzen goes defensive. We've got a yellow flag into turn 1. Frentzen tries to match me on the brakes. Gonna have to go the long way around. I believe that's Barrichello, if I'm not mistaken. Trying to get the cut back on Frentzen here. This is a good old scrap though, I've got to say. The AI are coded to brake very late, which I like. But we're through, and P10 now, so into some points I believe. Nick Heidfeld, his teammate, up next for P9. Left 3 overheating slightly, as you can see here. But we're getting the run on Heidfeld. We set up purple sector 3, and Heidfeld makes a mistake. That's going to open the door for us to go through. Just like that. Job done. These AI are pretty erratic, I will admit. Slightly all over the place, but guess what? Part of the fun. Why not? Up next, Jacques Villeneuve and Jenson Button for the top 7. Let's try and get after them. Lap 4:15 so far. Okay, we're closing in on both BARs now pretty rapidly. Button just struggling to keep up with the pace of the car ahead, which I can't tell who it is. I think it might be Ralf Schumacher. Either way, let's see if we can line up Villeneuve for the pass. My rears are on fire, but it's not proving to be an issue. I think obviously the traction control is helping me in that aspect, and I do believe I'm drifting quite a lot, but hey ho, I'm managing it, so we're going to be okay. I've got no idea if we're going to pit anytime soon. No way past Villeneuve there though, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. I want to see if I can try and get these rears under control. Getting a nice run through here. I might be able to pick up Jacques Villeneuve. If we can get the run, maybe outbrake him into the brake zone here. Not quite. Had a little look. He runs it in a bit hot though. I'm going to see if I can get by here. Come on, try and look for this move. Villeneuve goes defensive. Around the outside, through here. Schumacher new fastest lap. Side by side. Drag race down towards turn 1. Who's got the legs on the straight? Honda versus Mercedes. Nice. Nice. The ironic thing is the BAR is now the Mercedes nowadays, and that used to run the Honda engines. But we're through. Jenson Button next up for P7. Looks like Ralf Schumacher just pulling away a little bit in front in the Williams. So maybe top 6 getting out of sight a little bit, but we'll try and see if we can get past. In the meantime, tyre temps are getting high up. So I'm just going to send it basically. Instead of trying to save, I'm just going to go flat out and hope for the best. Tyre was looking a little bit ropey. I hope we don't have to pit, but it's not looking the best. Let's see if we can get JB here. He does it on the exit through there, bit of drifting, but we're going to get a nice clean exit. Do I dare have a look here? Why not, for the content? Yeah, let's go, nice. Warning for track limits, but who cares? P7. Right, let's go chase down Ralf Schumacher. Oh my god, the left rear, 111. Mamma mia. No idea why. I mean, I don't feel like I'm driving that aggressive on the rear tyres, but clearly it's not working. Either way, I'm not really dropping pace, so I guess we'll just keep going, I guess. Oh, okay, we've got cars in the pits. So Michael Schumacher, Jarno Trulli pit, we set a new fastest lap. I guess everyone's going to pit probably, so we're scheduled to pit this lap apparently, looking at the bottom right. So I guess we'll pit, why not? Might help with the tyre temps a little bit. Might help us regain a bit of pace on this next stint. So let's try and push here and close in on Ralf Schumacher before we box this lap. Oh, oh boy. Where has that happened? Lando Norris. Something's happened at turn 6 by the looks of it. Okay. Right, we're going to pit anyways. I've lost a bit of time on the Delta, which is not ideal. I mean, sure, why not? Let's try and close this Delta a little bit. But let's box and see if we can maybe even gain a few places here. Michael Schumacher and Jarno Trulli, of course. Oh no. Are we going to have to stack? This ain't going to be ideal. Just going to have to stack, I think. Yeah, we're going to have to stack, I think. It's the way it goes. I'll take a stack. I think it's worth it. Come on, boys, turn this around. Okay, that's a pretty quick turnaround. I don't mind that. Away we go. Let me go. Let me go. Lost that to Alonso there. But I think we're going to be okay. Let's see, cars coming through now. That's Montoya going through. P6, yeah, that's okay. Even with a stack, we've actually gained, so I don't mind that. So safety car deployed, and then it's going to be a sprint to the finish. So let's see how this race pans out. Safety car in this lap. So it looks like one thing I've learned, fuel seems to save quite a lot on this mod. So we're definitely going to underfuel in the next race. I'm also going to probably run a high difficulty, but here we go then. So it's going to be a 5-lap sprint. Raikkonen versus Alonso versus Ralf Schumacher versus Montoya versus David Coulthard versus Michael Schumacher. And that's going to be a VIP lineup of names and F1 rotor. Here we go then. Back on the way for the restart. Let's see what happens. Can we try and get past a couple of these straight away? Let's see. That was turn 1. Will anyone make a mistake early on? No, looks like they're all relatively through turn 1 nicely. I run a bit wide though. I get some oversteer. Oh no. Oh my god, no. No. Well, that was not in the script. 2 retirements in back-to-back sessions.
I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Well, there we go then. The end of round 1. Not ideal, I will admit. I don't know why that spin happened. The car felt very weird. Like I had understeer. I just went straight off the track. I couldn't believe it. The handling seems very inconsistent, so I guess I just have to learn to kind of drive these cars. I'm just so used to the current generation F1 cars. These just were really weird to drive, but either way, I enjoyed it. Good fun. But in terms of the final race results, Michael Schumacher picks up the win. David Coulthard P2 ahead of Rubens Barrichello, and what a recovery from Rubens. I believe he was backwards, or I think went off at turn 1 on lap 1, so great recovery from him. Fernando Alonso P4, Ralf Schumacher P5 ahead of Juan Pablo Montoya, Jenson Button P7 ahead of Nick Heidfeld, Heinz Frentzen and Antonio Pizzonia picking up the final point. Missing out in the top 10, Weber, Panis, Fisichella, Demamata, Furman, Wilson, Jos Verstappen, and of course we retire along with Jacques Villeneuve and Jarno Trulli. So there you go, there's your lot guys for the first race of the series. It was a messy one, I'm not going to lie. It was scruffy, and we'll try and bounce back in the next one. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe for more, and we'll go again in round 2. And that's going to be the Brazilian Grand Prix, so let's see what happens. But yeah guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, big shout out to the channel members for supporting the content. I really do appreciate it. And finally, check out the 2 videos on screen if you have missed it. But that is it from me here today, and I'll see you guys next time.